A few years ago, I knit a pair of slippers for my husband. He's really hard on footwear, and despite multiple times darning them, they eventually became too ratty to repair. He was missing having slippers though, so I decided to try sewing a pair this time. I started by drafting a rough pattern based off his foot with some muslin. I cut out the pieces and used them to draft new pieces with seam allowances added. A quick mock-up was sewn together and tried on for approval. After receiving the thumbs up, I cut the outer fabric from some of my hand-woven wool. Remembering how rapidly he'd worn out the soles on the knitted slippers, I decided to try adding a third layer for an outer sole. This is crafting felt, and the sheets were just a smidge shorter than his feet. Oh well. Initially, I was going to use an old flannel sheet for the lining, and then I remembered why it was the old sheet. A certain person had torn a large rip in it with their feet. So probably not the best idea for a lining fabric. Instead, I opted for some canvas left over from making a bag. I sewed together the lining first. Then the outer fabric. The outer and inner soles were stitched together close to the edges. And then sewn to the rest of the outer slipper. Make sure the outer sole is pinned so it will face out when you turn the fabric right side out. Slide the lining fabric inside the outer with wrong sides together. It's time to bind. Digging through my sewing bin, I found some red poly bias tape that's been in there for about 6 years. It was really too narrow for this, but I used it anyway. Of course, my left wrist has strong feelings about binding thick edges and requires an emotional support brace to get through it. Lefty and I are so looking forward to sewing the binding on a corset this year. Not. Well, let's see how long these slippers last.
They are skis. About face. Bye-bye.